Ndaga Mosa, Ndaga. Tampokelelani. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lorraine Masia Mponera, your language teacher, language instructor. Welcome to my channel, Chitumbuka na Lorraine. So in this video, we are looking at different creatures, especially ones that are that frequent our homes, our houses, our environment when we are in Malawi. Okay. And so you're gonna love this. It's short, but you're gonna love it. Yeah. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into it. Okay, so in this video, we are looking at different animals. As I said, especially ones linked to our homes, especially. So creatures, virombo, or animals, virombo in my language, in Chitumbuka, it's virombo. House flies, membe. So membe can be singular, membe can be plural, but we have all sorts of different types of membe. So this video is not going in deeper into that. But yeah, just knowing a housefly is called membe. Tortoise, fulu, or kamba. Kamba is mainly Chichewa, but we also use kamba in Chitumbuka. But fulu is the one mostly used. Snail, there are different types, but the general name is mkonyo. So it doesn't matter whether they are shelled or non-shelled. They are all mkonyo. You can put U at the end, A, E, I, O, U, mkonyo or mkonyo. Okay, spider, utatavi, utatavi, utatavi. Okay, lizard, guarawara or kamtondori. So we have lizard. I don't know if in English it's also lizard, but we have two types of lizards. One that lives in the houses and one that is in the bush. So guarawara na kamtondori, they're like brothers, but one lives in houses, one lives in the bush. Okay. But some people say it depends on the weather. When it's too hot, it's the same lizard that comes in the house. But actually, they are different in terms of structures a little bit. But you can always confuse sometimes. So guarawara, kamtondori, it means we are talking about a lizard. Antflies, these come from an anthill. We eat them. They're like flies. We eat them as food. You prepare them, boil, dry, or fry, or something like that. And we eat. We call them mbrika. They come from an anthill. There's a specific season, especially around December, when the rain season is starting. We have a lot of ant flies and called mbrika. It's a delicate, and I miss them. I love mbrika. We have something some people have called black flies, but at the same time, I'm like, all these things which are called flies, and yet we eat. I'm like, is this the right name? Anyway, maybe, because I'm used to a housefly, which is like, yuck. I don't want to see a housefly. And then something that I eat, mbulika, it's also called a fly, an ant fly. Anyway, yeah. So this one, nkungu, when we were growing up, we believed that it was coming from the lake because it's common in the lakeshore districts. We will talk about Lake Malawi at some point and its richness. So usually when there is a lot of rain, the lake swells up. There's a lot of small flies that come up, and it will be dark. It's like a lot, and it goes to different trees, you know. That's where it will go and land there. So we go on the tree and shake the branches to get the flies, scoop them, take them home. If there are other objects like small branches of trees or leaves, we remove them, and then the fly, we process them to makes it very delicate. But these are very small, very small. So they are if I mean plenty, I mean they are plenty, but it's linked to the specific season. And the belief is that it comes from the lake. Some people used to say there's a certain fish that some people say it's another stage of something else. You know, like where some animals have 3 stages. They go through this. So I'm not sure, but it's a delicate, it's nice. I miss that as well a lot. Yeah. But the origin of it, if someone knows it properly, you can leave a comment in the comments below if you're watching from YouTube. Excuse me. So yeah, definitely has something to do with the lakes, because it does come. We see it from the lake going to the land, and then it goes in the trees everywhere. If I mean everywhere, I mean everywhere, because it's dark and it moves in a huge cloud, like, but they are very tiny, tiny, tiny insects, you know? Yeah. And yeah, it's wonders of the world, I guess. Cat, pussy, chona, or mpaka. Mpaka is mainly chichewa, but we also use mpaka. Chona is commonly used, but the most commonest is pussy. A wild cat, pussy wazumbwe. We usually have these. They also come to look for chicken or anything like that. They come near homes. But there was also a belief that it's the same cat that is supposed to be in the homes. If you chase them away, they start living like wildly, but probably there is also indeed a wild cat. But they look same, but they're just they look a bit aggressive because they come catch chicken, while the rest of the cats don't catch chicken. They're friendly. They live together. And sometimes the cat is afraid of chickens or something, but usually they live together. Okay, dog, nchebe. Wild dog, nchebe ya mtondo. Tondo just means bush. Nchebe is a dog. So this is a dog that belongs to the bush. Okay. Snake, njoka. So snakes are quite common than you think, very common. When you're walking to go and draw water or inside your house, it would be somewhere. It doesn't matter whether you're in the city or the village. Village is just worse because there's a lot of natural environment, but in cities, snakes are also very, very common. A lot of people find snakes on their veranda or inside the house. Or this is why sometimes we even hear stories, whether they are made up or not, about snakes biting people and stuff like that, because they're quite common. So I made an extension here to say njoka ya mamba. We have different types of snakes. So sometimes people, instead of just saying njoka, they will say mamba or chitumbi. So chitumbi is also a type of a snake, but the common name, any snake is njoka. But sometimes people call the snake by its type. Okay. Chameleon, ruivi. Then there's also this rat and mouse. Where I come from, everything, whether it's a rat or a mouse, we call it imbeva. because also the belief was the same when I was growing up, that mbeva can come in the house. When you chase them, they run out and go in the bush. And that's it. You bring a cat in the house to make noise, or rats, they call them rats or mouse, they all run out and go in the bush, things like that. They come in the house because they know there's already made food. But when you chase them out, they'll go and find their own holes where to live and to eat. And that was my belief. But later on, I kind of like found out that actually they are different. Some people say rats are smaller, mouses are bigger, or the other way around. The rats are big, mouse are smaller. Where I come from, we do not eat any of these, rats or mouse, but some part they eat. Is it a rat or mouse? I think rats. Rats? I'm confused now, but one of them, the one that lives in the bush. Mouse, yeah. Is it a mouse? Is it a rat? I can't think. It's late in the night on the 23rd of March, 2024. But this video won't be out maybe until after a week or so. But because I've recorded several videos in advance. So here we go. A bat is Kashusha. I think I should stop on this tonight because yeah, I'm tired. It's late in the night. Bat is Kashusha. I don't know if you all know but bats are very common in my country, especially where I also grew up. We had a lot of bats. They usually hide in banana leaves. So they'll go and sleep there, hide there. During the day, they'll be all over. During the night, they'll be all over flying around and they'll hit you, because I understand people say bats do not have eyes. So during the day, they can't see or something because they don't have eyes. Even at night, this is why they go and hit people, because they use sound, vibrations, and all. I haven't studied bats, but it's what I've heard growing up. We were told birds, kayuni, singular, kayuni, plural, viuni, V-E, or I should say V-I, V-E, viuni, scorpion, chipididi. Also, birds will have different types of birds, small, big, large, blah, blah. They all have their own names, but today we're just looking at birds, viuni. So you can still use any type of birds. Say kayuni, kayuni ako, viuni, meaning many. Scorpion. On the thumbnail of this video, I put a scorpion, the one that has a coiled tail. God, it bites, and when it bites, it's not funny. So okay, let me just repeat here. Rat or mouse, we call them mbeva. Chameleon is ruivi. Snake is njoka. Sometimes they call their names. Okay, bat, kashusha. Birds, kayuni or viuni, plural. Kashusha means singular. Vakashusha, if you start with W-A, vakashusha means many. Okay, scorpion, chipidiri. One scorpion, chipidiri. Many scorpions in plural, vipidiri. It will be V-I, P-I, L-I, R-I, V-P-R-I. Black ants, sungunun. Hey, sungunun also bites. It competes with the scorpion, but scorpion is worse. Sungununu is a small black ant. They usually move in the evening. You see them a lot when it gets darker, because that's why it keeps biting people. But yeah, They are black, they are ants, they come from, the boreholes around houses, and then they come out to look for food and they start biting people sometimes. But yeah, okay. So let me end this. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, can you please give it a thumbs up? Leave a comment below so I know that you have watched, and if you like the videos, please say something as well, suggest in terms of what content do you want me to also include. Of course, we're still at the beginning of just learning about, different things, different occasions and events, but we will get into kind of like deeper learning about verbs in the past, in the future, now, and all of that. But your suggestions would also be helpful, especially those that think there's something that I can help with. Yeah, okay. Otherwise, watch these videos. Yeah, utaonga. Naruto. Thank you. Bye. Bye.